Welcome to Module 3, Accessibility. The purpose of this video is to give you an introduction to what you'll be doing in Module 3. Accessibility is an important issue, and it's an issue that needs to be addressed at the beginning rather than the end of your design. The more you understand how to do accessibility and why it's so important to write your HTML correctly, the better a design that you'll have, and the more it'll flow properly. So, what we see here is that we have an introduction. And with this, the learning objective is, number one, is to have a basic understanding of why you need to have a clean HTML5 page. And by clean, we mean one that is written compliant with HTML5. And there's a way to check the validation on it. The second one is to understand that web pages need to conform to the W3C Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. And when you click on that, it takes you to this. This is the World Wide Web Consortium. And these pages are dry, but it's the most authoritative source that you have. So whenever you have a question, you can go to these W3 guidelines here and get the most up-to-date answers on what you need. Now, within this lesson, there's only one lesson. Within this lesson, we talk about what's the value of accessibility, and we talk about universal design. Being able to go to the widest audience possible. An important content that important subject you'll talk about here is called content out, writing for content out. In other words, you're starting with what your information is, your context, your text, and then making sure that you categorize it, identify it correctly, so that when you start to design, you start to go out from the text rather than trying to make a design and then have the text fit that. We'll talk some about accessibility guidelines, and then I'll show you some video on what accessibility technologies are. A lot of times people say, well, they need this assistive technology, but you really never get to see what it looks like. With this video, you will. Now, there's only one lesson with this particular course, but there is a quiz. Which will sort of give you a self-assessment on learning that material. So you'll do that. Once you've done the little self-assessment quiz on it, then you're ready to go on to Module 4. I look forward to seeing you in Module 3.